What's up, fellas, and happy New Year's. Hopefully all of you had a nice holidays, and welcome back to the Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. I'm once again chiming in just a little bit to talk about a couple of changes that we're once again implementing, one concerning the rules and one that you're already gonna feel this episode, that concerning the set breakdowns. So for a while now I felt like the set breakdowns don't really serve much of a purpose, so we're changing them to be basically like just 30 seconds-ish long, where I just introduced the set, what archetypes are included in the set, what older archetypes get further support in the set, and then if there are like historic staple cards in the set, then I'll maybe talk about a couple like single cards in more detail, but it's gonna be much shorter, because for now it really feels like it's just 10 minutes of filler, because it's just like I end up talking about cards there that we talk about usually in the deck breakdowns anyway, so it doesn't really serve much purpose other than to be, well, it's taking up time that probably shouldn't be taken up. So we're changing that, and the rules change that we're implementing is concerning the special editions of the booster sets. So for, I think it was like, it's starting with Jeexx, like they release like special editions of sets that always included like some extra cards. Sometimes they're not really relevant, but for example, I can't remember the set now from the top of my head, but a few episodes ago we did an episode where I played Black Wings, and in like the set there, one of the cards included was Allure of Darkness. That definitely would have gotten to shine in that episode. So that's why we're doing that. So we want to obviously highlight these cards as well, and some stuff there actually like is probably bound to even make the episodes more interesting. So we want to give the floor to those cards to shine as well. So going forward, we'll have those be legal cards to be played in the episode as well. Probably not going to see that this episode, since, well, the cards included in the special edition of Ancient Prophecy are not the greatest, but going forward, we'll definitely see some of those cards hopefully shine. So that's all I wanted to say. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed the holidays, and hopefully you enjoyed the episode. So enjoy the rest of the episode, y'all, and I'll catch you later. Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool, and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. And welcome back, ladies and fellas, to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and as I promised in the pre-intro, the sub breakdowns are changing in 2024 to be much swifter. So instead of me just going through everything, we'll just scroll through and I'll just mention a few cards. So Ancient Prophecy, released in September 2009, introduced further support for X-Sabers, Kokimerus, and Blackwings, as well as Earthbound Immortals and some Infernity cards. And as new archetypes, I guess you could count Fishborg as like this sort of very small archetype, but more notably Flamwells also got support, sorry. Fortune Ladies were introduced as a new archetype. Synchros introduced here were included Ancient Fairy Dragon, Turbo Cannon, Archfiend, Zombie Skull, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, and Golems, X-Saber Golems. Ancient Fairy Dragon being one very good generic monster, being quite big at 3000 defense, and additionally providing you with a extra summon for the turn, as well as being able to pop and add field spells. Solidarity is an interesting card, not the most insane thing in the world, but providing an 800 attack boost if you're only on one monster type for your deck is actually quite significant. Reconting obviously still being one of the better cards for supporting the fire attribute. Fossil Deck being quite notable because unlike most of the Rhoda-like effects, it's not actually level gated by level 4, and instead adds a level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your hand. And Skill Successor sort of being the finally somewhat better rush recklessly, since for the turn it only gives you 400 attack when you use it, and it's a trap and not a quick play spell. But you can later then, on a later turn, use it from your grave to give a monster 800 attack as well, which makes it actually quite flexible and useful to be used in multiple scenarios. But we have also support for the Queen's Jeexx and King's Knight archetype in Arcanine Knight Joker, as well as Armitata Chaos Phantasm, the extremely massive fusion of the Sacred Beast. Elemental Hero Gaia is also there to have meet the quota of we need to support heroes in some way. And we also have final dwelling into turbo packs, and here we have just a sort of best of like stuff for all sorts of archetypes, as well as just powerful cards like Crab Bombs, Crush Fires, and Rescue Cat. And Armageddon Knight, Book of Moon, Hand Destruction. Just overall very good generic cards, Raikou, that you can pretty comfortably fit in most decks. So we're finally answering turbo packs instead of champion packs. But yeah, and that'll be it for the Swift set breakdown. Sometimes I feel like these will probably be even shorter, but it was the first one of many to come, so hopefully you apologize. Hopefully you forgive me for taking a couple of minutes this time. But yeah, I will see you all in the deck building section next. Sorry for stumbling across my words. It's been almost a month since we've last done this. So yeah, I'll see you all in the deck building section next.
Okay. Card games. I have not done a single deck breakdown in about 3-4 weeks now. I feel kind of out of it. I'm online. So to start off, we're doing Ancient Prophecy. And with Ancient Prophecy, there's not really that many decks within the actual set that you can use other than maybe X-Sabers. So we're utilizing Legacy rule for this. Specifically, I'm going to be going with Heroes, as I did previously when I used the Legacy rule. But in this case, I'm also trying to incorporate more of the cards that specifically came out in the set by trying to play against Synchros, using Discord, and also using cards like Skill Successor, Solidarity, and Volhelm Knight, and even Ancient Forest to force favorable situations for me. There's also other cards from like Tournament Pack that I'm using, or not Tournament Pack, Turbo Packs, I think they're called now. I have Book of Moons, 3 Book of Moons, and 3 Raikous from the Turbo Pack in my side deck and so on. But let's actually do like a card by card breakdown to begin with. So we have Card Blocker, which is kind of like a Card Trooper version of like a Card Trooper that's defensive, in the sense that it has 400 attack, 400 defense, and when summoned it goes into defense on its own. And if it's target for an attack, you can mill the top 3 cards of your deck and give it 500 attack for each card that is sent to the graveyard. This card is honestly kind of shit when you think about it. Like, it doesn't do anywhere as much as Card Trooper does. Card Trooper swings over things, it draws you a card when it dies, and it's just a constant menace. It can deal, it's fairly big, like when it's on the board and when you're on attack. But Card Blocker just kind of tries to stall out the game while also milling cards out. And I don't have many cards in the deck that can utilize built cards, but I specifically want to mill cards for Solidarity, Miracle Fusion, and I want to maybe even mill Skill Successors. But yeah, that's the only purpose of this card in the deck. Then Bubbleman. Bubbleman is something that we've already seen a couple of times. It's the only elemental hero currently that we can Swirl Summon using its own effect, and it can be really good. We have a new elemental hero that we haven't discussed yet, which is Elemental Hero Prisma. Elemental Hero Prisma has the effect of once per turn, you can reveal 1 fusion monster from your extra deck and then send one of the fusion materials whose name is specifically listed on that card from your deck to the graveyard. This card's name becomes the sent monster's name until the end phase. So this basically allows us to do stuff like reveal Thunder Giant, Steam Healer, Phoenix Enforcer, and so on and so forth, and choose one of these 3, and then choose one of the materials that is listed on the card. For example, for Thunder Giant, if we reveal Thunder Giant, we can just say, I mill Clayman, I mill Sparkman, and then we send a Sparkman to the grave, and suddenly we have a Sparkman on the field. Well, it's actually Prisma. And by doing this, we're able to set up the graveyard for Miracle Fusion plays. We're also able to get easier access to stuff like Phoenix Enforcer, or even Shining Phoenix Enforcer, like stuff like this. And I think that's going to be really fun, and hopefully we'll see at least one of these. And then we have Stratos. Stratos is, well, as per usual, a staple in any hero deck that you have. If you're not playing Stratos when you can, you're probably doing something wrong. It's 1.8 thousand beat stick, as like, which is really big still, even at this point in the game. Like most searchers in the game at this point are like 1.6 thousand, if not less. It has two effects. Basically, one that lets you search your deck for any elemental hero you want or any hero card you want, and the other one which allows you to deal with spell traps on the field, stuff like Discord, Solidarity, and so on and so forth. Then we have a new card, X-Saber Full Helm Knight. Full Helm Knight is a part of X-Sabers, which is a archetype that originates from Hidden Arsenal / Dual Terminal. Dual Terminal being like kind of a arcade Yu-Gi-Oh thing where you can get specific cards from like a specific set of cards that you can then use to play on the Dual Terminal thing. I've never seen one in real life. I've never heard of anyone ever using one in real life. So I would assume that they're not real, but yeah, they're very much real. But yeah, they contain very strong archetypes such as X-Sabers, and there was one other archetype from Dual Terminal that I'm forgetting about. I think Shadows are from Dual Terminal, later Dual Terminal as well. Stellar Knights are also from Dual Terminal, and I think that's about it for like really good ones. But yeah, X-Sabers are a Synchro Swarming archetype with the main goal of getting out really powerful Synchro monsters with fairly powerful effects. Full Helm Knight's effect being when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster and negate that attack. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. If this card destroys an opponent's defense position monster by battle, you can target one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then we have Elemental Hero Avian. Elemental Hero Avian is a card that I don't think we need to really discuss at this point. Same with Burstinatrix and Clayman and Sparkman. They're the basic Elemental Hero cards that exist solely to go into the fusions in the game, in the extra deck. Then we have Ancient Forest, which is another one of those tech cards that we added from like Ancient Prophecy itself. It has the effect of when you activate this card, change any defense position monsters into face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated at this time. If a monster attacks, destroyed at the end of that turn's battle phase. Basically, this can force your opponent to a situation where they don't want to keep attacking you, especially like with X-Sabers. If they can't win on that turn, they're less likely to attack, of course. And with X-Sabers, because they want to flood the board a lot, if they lose those cards, it's going to be hard for them to recover, because I don't remember them having any proper recovery at this point. Later on, they're going to get a card like Gotham's Second Call or Emergency Call, which is like fucking bonkers. But that, and also, Second Call. If you control X-Saber Synchro monster, you can target two X-Saber monsters in graveyard and spell summon both, ignoring their summoning conditions, but change the attack to 0 and also destroy them during the end phase. This is a really good card. Like, this is a fucking fantastic card. But yeah, recovery comes later for them. So having them destroy their own cards by having them attack is gonna be worthwhile. E-Call, again, really good card. Heroes Bond is a new tech card that we're putting in purely because of the fact that we want swarming with heroes. Maybe summoning like Avian and Burstinatrix with Full Helm Knight to go into... Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Never mind. But basically just summoning multiple elemental heroes onto the field and going into synchros using those elemental heroes. Ancient Fairy Dragon is a card that we can very much play because of the fact that we have a level 3 Thuner and a level 4 like lineup that's fairly powerful. And we have a lot of them. Like we have, I think, 12 total, 15 total, I don't know. I can't do math, guys. I'm sorry. Miracle Fusion as per usual. Polymerization as per usual. Solidarity. This is another one of the cards from the Ancient Prophecy. If you have only one original type of monster in your graveyard, basically if I only have warrior monsters in my graveyard, all warrior monsters gain 800 attack. That's what this card is saying. The original printing of this card was super weird, as in it had the effect of if you only have one printed type of monster in your graveyard, which was super weirdly like, me and a friend of mine did not understand how that card worked until way later, and the card that he had like eventually basically got ruined by him using it as a bookmark because we thought it was fucking worthless. But yeah, this card is really good. It gives 800 attack, which makes every single one of my elemental heroes a like formidable beat stick. Even Clayman becomes like 1.6k, which is fairly strong. You can swing over Sparkman and trade into it. Then we have Discord. Discord has the effect of neither player can synchro summon and send this card to the graveyard during the third end phase after activation. And I think that's fairly self-explanatory. If Weebfox is going to be playing X-Sabers, he's going to be going into Synchros, and I don't want him to go into Synchros, therefore I will play Discord. Skill Successor, target one face-up monster you control, gains 400 attack until the end of this turn. During your turn, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard. And then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That target gains 800 attack. Monster you control, not your opponent controls. For one face-up monster you control. That target gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. It's really good. This card is really good, and it's like one of the first few that have the effect of if it's in your graveyard and you didn't send it there this turn, you can have a second effect off of it. Stuff like Breakthrough Skill is gonna be this is fairly like new in comparison. This is like 2013, 2014, I think. We're gonna be seeing more cards with effects that activate once they've been in the graveyard for a turn, and that's gonna be cool. This is like the point where Yu-Gi-Oh really starts picking up, I think, in terms of speed and in terms of like general utility of a card. Like every single card is getting more and more text on them. Then a Slip of Fortune. Acted only when your opponent's monster declares an attack targeting a monster. Negate the attack and remove from play the attack target monster until the next standby phase. This basically just protects a card from getting ran over. That's about it. It's not very good. I only have it in here because I can't have Book of Moons in the main deck. Then Raiko. Raiko is in here to side into 3 Solidarity, basically. Like if I go into Raikos, I take these out and boom, that's it. There we go. Raiko is a universally good removal tool with a universally good milling effect as well. Then Ancient Forest, which is, a second copy of Ancient Forest in case we need it. Book of Moons, again, fairly self-explanatory. Good disruption, prevents synchro plays. Wait, no, it does. It prevents synchro plays. Hand Destruction, in case we, for some reason, feel like we need to dig deeper into our deck to find cards. Skyscraper and Terraforming for a combo where we can side out of Ancient Forest or just like siding Skyscrapers to do more beatdown. Like, let's say we want to get rid of Solidarity, but we also want to play, like, we want to get rid of Solidarity, we want to put in Raiko, but we also want to go even more ham. We can use Skyscraper to have our heroes be just a little bit stronger. And then Hero Counterattack. I don't know why this is in here. I don't remember what the fuck I thought when I put this in here. But when an elemental hero monster you control is destroyed by battle, your opponent chooses chooses and reveals one random card from your hand. Then, if it is an elemental hero monster, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls and special summon the chosen monster. Yeah, this card is clunky as hell. that's all I have to say, and I think it's not gonna see any play in this. But yeah. For the extra deck, we have Electro, which is in here because we have all 4 basic elemental heroes, and I think that it's not very realistic that we'll get this off. If we do get this off, this thing is gonna be a menace. Elemental Hero Gaia, which is the new elemental hero in this set specifically. Like, the reason that we are able to play elemental heroes is because of this card. Gaia is a Omni hero, technically, like support. It has the effect of, it has the requirements of 1 elemental hero monster and 1 earth monster, which means that we can use Clayman and any other elemental hero, or Card Blocker and any other elemental hero, or Full Helm Knight and any other elemental hero. And that makes this card really versatile, on top of the fact that it also has a really good effect in comparison to a lot of the other elemental heroes so far. Must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is fusion summoned, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. Its attack is halved, and this card gains the same amount of attack. I'm having a hard time speaking right now. But yeah, this card is really good. That's why we're playing 3 of it. Then you have Mariner. Mariner has the effect of, while you have any face down cards in your spell and trap card zone, this card can attack your opponent directly. And again, it's here mostly for filler, in case we feel like we need to do some kind of weird, shitty synchro play. I don't think that's going to happen again. And also, there's also the possibility of just like, I need to mill my hand a bit for Solidarity or something. Because it's a 2.2k attacker if you have Solidarity active. If you have multiple Solidarities active, it can actually be a scary card. It can 2-turn your opponent with a skill successor. So yeah. Mudball Man, filler. Phoenix Enforcer, a defensive wall. Rampart Blaster, kind of filler. Shining Phoenix Enforcer, on the off chance that we get Phoenix Enforcer on the field, this can be a win on its own. Steam Healer, filler. Thunder Giant, an actual card that we're going to be actually using to out X-Saber Gothams. So, Thunder Giant has the effect of once per turn, you can discard 1 card and then target 1 monster on the field with original attack less than the attack of this card. destroy that target. Now, for the longest time, I've always thought Thunder Giant is less than the original attack of this card, which I thought it was flipped. I thought Thunder Giant had to have uh, more original attack than the current attack of the card that you were targeting to pop. But because it's the other way around, it allows me to use cards like Solidarity to deal with like basically anything. I can have if I have 2 Solidarities and a Thunder Giant on the field, nothing in the game at this moment is strong enough to deal with Thunder Giant, like Thunder Giant's effect, or not big enough to survive it. I mean, but yeah, I think that's gonna be like a big win con for us. If we manage to get into multiple Thunder Giants, that's gonna be even massive, like bigger. Then we have Ancient Fairy Dragon, a card that is currently limited, which was banned for a while, and this card is one of the best synchro monsters that they printed, even though its true value was not really like exploited until many years, like 10 years after the fact, after its original release. But it has the effect of requiring 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster, 2,100 attack and 3,000 defense. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. During your main phase, you can destroy as many cards in the field zones as possible, and if you do, gain 1000 attack. Then you can add 1 field spell with a different name than the destroyed cards from your deck to your hand, and you can only use each effect of the Ancient Fairy Dragon once per turn. It searches for a card, lets you extend your plays, it lets you basically do whatever the fuck you want. This card is kind of degenerate. If I remember correctly, back in the day, Ancient Fairy Dragon lacked a hard once per turn, which is kind of why it was so good. On top of being like generally a powerful card. Errata, let's see. Yep. Once per turn, you can spell from 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. And once per turn, you can destroy 1 field spell card, and if you do, gain 1000 life points, and you can add 1 field spell card from your deck to your hand. Wasn't once per turn, by the way. Well, it is once per turn, but not once per turn. So you could loop this card, and you could just keep summoning shit, basically. And then we have Gothams, which is a 3.1000 beat stick, level 9. Yeah, level 9. And has the effect of you contribute 1 X-Saber monster to discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. You can do that infinitely as long as you have X-Sabers. Have fun. Good luck with the hand loops, buddy. But yeah, that about does it. That was a fairly long breakdown. We haven't really had one of these in a while. So good luck with the games.
And welcome back, guys and gals, and this is what we're going to be playing today. By the way, 30 seconds to break down my ass. But we'll get there eventually. It's been a little bit since we've done these, and also like making the changes. Hopefully you'll bear with me when I work myself towards that, but for today, this is what we're going to be playing. So I had to fight the urge to play Blackwing, but I think X-Saber is also an archetype that seems pretty cool to me, and that I've always wanted to give a shot. So what better time to do that than now? And I don't want to be playing a Blackwing every single time, and we'll definitely see that in the future as well, because Blackwing is one of the archetypes that games just keeps getting support in. I'm very happy about that, because I really like the archetype. But for Ancient Prophecy, let's do the card by card for the deck that we are playing. So we're playing X-Saber, starting with X-Saber Full Helm Knight, which can negate an opponent's monster's attack once when it's face up on the field, not once per turn, but just once when it's face up on the field. It's a level 3 tuner, and when it destroys an opponent's defense position monster by battle, you can special summon a level 4 or lower X-Saber from your grave. So pretty good. That thing being only a one-time negate is kinda annoying, but at the same time, if you just let's say you open this just turn 1, you just drop it, your opponent summons something, they can't really beat over this thing, they need to remove it some other way, because if they're trying to beat over it, you can negate it, then next turn you can summon something and go into a synchro with them, so it works out. The other level 3 tuner that we are playing is 3 copies of Airbellum. This we've already seen. Discards a card from your opponent's hand if it deals bad damage by direct attack. The reason why we're also playing 3 of this is because of a card in our set deck that we'll cover in a little bit. And then to finish off our tuners in the main, we have 2 Plague Spreader Zombie, a level 2 tuner. Also we've definitely seen this before, right? But yeah, in your graveyard you can once summon it. by placing a card from your hand to the top of your deck, and then it gets banished when it leaves the field. But being able to special summon a tuner, obviously always good. And speaking of special summoning, we are running a single Jester Confit, which you can special summon in attack position, and if summoned this way during your opponent's next end phase, you can target a face monster they control and return that monster to the hand. But most importantly, just a level 1 that you can special summon whenever to help fix your levels for synchros. And then for the non-tuner X-Sabers, we are playing a single X-Saber Galahad. It's not very good, it's 1800, but it loses 500 attack during the damage step when it's attacked, and when it attacks, it gains 300. This is basically just here to give us a 4-star X-Saber monster, since when you look at all of our others, we don't have 4-star X-Sabers specifically. But also our 4-star monsters aren't too plentiful, so I just wanted to have more of that for the levels. Since the main synchro that we would like to go into is a level 7, and our main tuners, or most of our tuners, are level 3. And then the best X-Saber that we have, X-Saber Full Troll, a level 6 with 2400 attack, cannot be normal summoned or set, and must be spell summoned from your hand by controlling 2 or more face-up X-Saber monsters, and cannot be spell summoned by other ways. And then once per turn, you can target a level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your grave to special summon it. So if you manage to get 2 X-Sabers on the field, then you can go into Full Troll, then Full Troll helps you swarm even more, go into synchro plays. It just does everything for the archetype. Then we have X-Saber Guard Strike, where if you have 2 or more X-Saber monsters in your graveyard and you control no monsters, you can then special summon this card from your hand. I don't know if playing a 3 is going to be too much of this, but we'll see. For now, I wanted to just slam all the X-Sabers in and see how it goes. So if we can open other things at first and then make synchro plays with them and then later get into Guard Strike, it's actually going to be pretty nice. Then we have X-Saber Ragigura, a level 1. The stats are not great, but when it's normal or special summoned, you can add a X-Saber monster from your graveyard to your hand, which is pretty good. Because most of the time, if we have access to, we would very much like to add our Full Troll. To be able to then obviously summon that again and go into further swarm plays. These two just give you a really good and accessible resource loop. And then for our last monsters that are not X-Sabers, we have a one-off Elemental Hero Woodsman. It's a 2k wall, which doesn't really matter, but more importantly, it's an Earth. The standby polymerization from deck or grave to hand, that doesn't matter. It should never really come up. But it's an Earth hero monster, which is what we care about here, because we are running 3 of Elemental Hero Shadows, because Legacy Rule, we have guy here. So the reason why we're running this, it's 1800, it's pretty good. It can just, when normal spell summoned, you can pop spell traps on the field up to the number of hero monsters you control except this card, and more importantly, you can add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. So the reason why we're running one of Woodsman is because it is a level 4 Earth, Earth being important for Gaia, and the reason why we are running Gaia in the first place is the only things that it cares about is getting an Elemental Hero monster and an Earth monster, and all the X-Sabers are Earth, so it actually fits into the deck pretty nicely. But the reason why we're running Woodsman is not only to get an additional Earth, but also to have a end to the loop of Shadows deck thinning, where we basically, these work like a mini gadget engine for us, where we go Shadows into Shadows into Shadows into Woodsman, and that's some pretty nice deck thing. And that's why also we're running polymerization. 3 might be too much. That's another thing that I'm not sure if 3 is going to be too much, but we'll see. The turbo pack contains so much powerful stuff, as you'll see shortly, that we're definitely going to be siding into a lot of it in games 2 and 3. So yeah. As for the spells, we have 3 Saber Slash. To draw a number of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position X-Saber monsters you control. Basically, always they should at least just destroy a face-up card, but with the swarming capabilities with stuff like Full Helm Knight, especially stuff like Full Troll, there is a very realistic chance where we get like 2-3 pops with Saber Slash. It's very good. 2 Sword of Sparkles. Probably going to side out of one of these for games 2 and 3. Equip to an X-Saber monster. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy a card your opponent controls, and then you can tribute a monster you control to release from our grave to our deck. Probably never going to use that. But being able to get pops with stuff like a false roll being absolutely massive is very good. So, yeah. Basically, it's just like here, because our removal isn't the greatest before we side. So this is why Sword of Sparkles comes in pretty handy. For the traps, we have a single add one with the sword. It's an 800 basically equip spell that equips only to an X-Saber monster. And if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you also get to draw one. It's actually a pretty nice card because it's very flexible in that way, where it does multiple things. Speaking of flexibility, Skill Successor, I talked about more extensively already in the set breakdown, where you, the first time you activate it, it's a 400 attack boost to a monster you control, and then during your turn, except the turn this card was sent to graveyard, you can banish it from your grave to target a face-up monster you control and give it 800. So it's a 2-time use attack boost, where the second one is bigger than the first one, but still being able to boost your opponent, your monster's attack multiple times is pretty nice. A single fair wind destroys many face-up spell traps on the field as possible, except this card, and if you do, each player takes damage equal to the total number of cards destroyed by this effect times 300. I basically was looking for just some back row that I could play, and I figured since we are playing at one with the sword of sparkles, like this stuff that's works as an equip, as well as Pixel Ring, which is another continuous trap. And if Jeexx ends up playing something like that as well, like there is a good chance that we can maybe steal a game with stuff like Fairwind. And if not, if it can be just a pop to a face up, like an equip or something that Jeexx has, that also burns him for 300, which obviously shouldn't matter, but it's something. It's decent enough that I figured I'd throw a copy in. 2 Pixel Ring, while you control 2 or more face-up attack position monsters, your opponent can target your monster with the lowest attack for an attack. The swarming potential, like I said, of X-Saber is pretty high. We even have like a lot of consistent with stuff like Shadows and stuff like Full Troll being so big. If we have something like Pixel Ring, like getting stuff with Full Troll like Ragigura is actually pretty nice, because then Ragigura gives us an additional card in hand, and then they can't attack Ragigura and they need to go into Full Troll instead. So it's pretty decent. And finally, we have Slip of Fortune, where when your opponent declares an attack targeting a monster, so this doesn't work on directs, you negate the attack and remove from play the attack target monster until the next standby phase. So this basically protects your monster, where your opponent tries to swing into something, maybe something like our tuners. We banish it until the next standby phase. It comes back, then we have already a monster, and then we can go into tuner or non-tuner depending on what we need, and go into synchro plays from there. Sorry, I'm taking a long time. It's been a while, so I'm rambling. I'll try to speed up for the rest of it. As for the side deck, we have a bunch of goodies. Everything from the turbo pack. It's insane. I'm very happy that we decided to keep like the turbo packs, and like we just decided to keep the extra products as something that we'll only do after siding, so the main set gets a chance to shine. So we have Crab Balance, but this is targeted for an attack. You can pay it 100 to negate the attack, and it can be used as many times as we want to, unlike Fulham Knight. It's a level 2, it's just a very nice tuner to have. Rescue Cat, incredibly powerful card, and actually very good even in this scenario. So you can send this card to the graveyard to spell summon 2 level 3 or lower beast monsters from your deck, but their effects are negated, and also they're destroyed during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Cat once per turn. And we actually have some good beast targets. So X-Saber, we only have Air Golem, but it's a level 3 tuner that is a beast, so one of the better targets. And actually, another card that's happens to be in the in the turbo pack is Raikou, Lightsworn Hunter, which we have obviously seen before. On flip, it destroys a card on the field, or you can destroy a card on the field, and then build 3 from your deck, and it is also a beast. So depending on what we really need, like we can get like, if we already have like some X-Sabers established on the field, like we can get something like double air bellum, which would be absolutely insane if we can do something with like that with that. But if we have basically anything really on the field, then we can do stuff like we can get an Airbellum and a Raikou, and we have access to multiple levels here. So using Rescue Cat is actually pretty nice. 2 satellite cannon cannot be destroyed by battle with level 7 or lower monster, and it's nice because even stuff like Gaia is a level 6 and Air Dragon is a level 7, where like some of the bigger things in the set. Same thing with Voltroll being a level 6. So like the only thing that really beats over this thing is Gotems. So if the games end up being like really slow, I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Excuse me. If the games end up being really slow and there's not much like removal going around, Satellite Cannon is actually a fairly decent option to go into. And then we have 3 Book of Moon, obviously being able to flip your opponent's monster to face that defense position as a quick effect, very good. Works as a removal tool as well. And finally, a single copy of Hand Destruction if we need to fill our hand or maybe fill the graveyard for something like Guard Strike or Ragigura. And finally, we'll cover the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we have 3 X-Saber Gotems, 3100, just big, takes a tuner and one or more Earth tuners, and you contribute an X-Saber to discard a random card from your opponent's hand. No one per turn, no nothing. But it's a very hefty cost to be attributing X-Saber monsters, so most of this would probably just be the biggest thing that we can summon. For level 7, we have X-Saber Herbellum. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, but they have 4 or more cards in their hand, you place a random card from the hand to the top of their deck. Only 2200 though. The more likely level 7 for us to go into is Ancient Fairy Dragon, which is completely generic, level 7. 3000 defense, so it's very big. During your main phase, you can spell summon level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase turn you activate the effect. And during the main phase, you can destroy as many field cards on the field zone as possible to gain 1000 life points, and then add a field spell with different name from your deck to your hand than the one once destroyed. But we don't care about the field spells here. It's basically just a big thing that gives us an additional summon each turn at the cost of our battle phase. 3 Elemental Hero Gaia, which take an Elemental Hero and a Earth monster, must be fusion summoned, can be spell summoned by other ways, and when it's fusion summoned, you target a face monster your opponent controls, and until they end phase, its attack is halved, and this card gains the lost attack, so it just becomes very big. A single zombie skull, probably never going to be seeing this. It takes Plague Spreader Zombie and 2 or more non-tuner zombie monsters, so we don't really have targets here, but just here for the hell of it. And kind of same thing with here with Ancient Sacred Wyvern, a level 7, but it needs a light tuner. And when your life points is higher than your opponent, Sacred Wyvern gains the difference as attack points, and when your life points is lower than your opponent's, it loses the same thing. And when it's destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, you can pay 1000 to spell summon this card as many times as you'd like. But yeah, sorry for the very long deck breakdown. Getting back to the Strive after not doing this for what, 3-4 weeks, so I do apologize for that, and hopefully we'll be more back in form next week. But with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns and hopefully enjoyed the episode. So I'll see y'all in the dueling zone next. What is up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to the Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, man. It feels weird saying that. For you, everything should have been as normal, but for us, it's been, what, a month since we played? Something like that.
I think it's been like 3 months. Not
3 months?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, a long time regardless. So
too long.
Yeah, too long. So if we're misplaying, then that's 100% because of the long break we've had and not because we're ass. Shake? Shake on that. But,
Yeah.
Today, Ancient Prophecy, right? I think it's... This is going great.
I think it's Ancient Prophecy.
Ancient
I think the prophecy foretold that it's gonna be this thing, you know?
Yeah, and we are Ancient because it is 2024, which is...
Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crumble into dust.
Turns into ash.
No.
But yeah, Turbo Pack 1 and Ancient Prophecy. And we will keep on doing the thing where the extra packs we only have, if we want to play them, we'll only have them in the side. Because I think that's overall just more fun, healthier. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get to it. I'll be honest. I don't remember if you always threw paper or if you always threw rock. I think it was rock, right?
Oh, damn. New Year, same me and all that, bro.
Yeah, what was I playing? I think I'll go first regardless.
Just press one. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah, oh, this is not a good hand.
Holy fuck, this is such a based hand. Oh my god.
Set one pass.
I am going to. Okay, so draw phase, standby phase, main phase. I am going to activate polymerization to send from my hand to the graveyard Elemental Hero Clayman and Elemental Hero Sparkman to special summon Elemental Hero Thunder Giant.
Turn one.
Turn one, baby, and then I'm gonna attack directly.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm taking 24.
And then oh, I'm stupid. I should have totally done this. I should have totally some of this, but don't worry, I didn't do it.
All right. Oh no.
Set one pass.
Ooh. We're not making it to 2025 with this one.
Yeah. We're gonna get blown the fuck up.
I don't like it, but I'm setting one and I'm passing. Bro.
Aha!
Not
I am going to activate from my hand Miracle Fusion.
No fucking way.
To banish from my graveyard Elemental Hero Sparkman and Elemental Hero Clayman to special summon. Let me double check something. That one face my super because I can't do that one, so I'll just go for another one of these. I will summon Elemental Hero Thunder Giant.
What is going on?
And then I will I mean, I don't think that thing is going to be big enough to survive that, but I don't think it matters in this case. I'm gonna attack into the face down.
It is
Penguin Soldier, fuck.
Play for the zombie.
Hell yeah! And then I'm gonna just.
Oh. And this is where I summon Gores.
Oh, you can't summon Gores. You got spell traps, buddy.
Fuck. He knows too much.
I played the game before. Don't worry. I'm just gonna pass.
Well,
holy fuck!
Can we get a monster that I can summon here? That would be very nice. If I can press my start turn.
GX opening. I already pressed enter. Yeah, it's lagging again.
Duelable. Oh, it would be a shame if Duelable crashed here. We need to.
Oh.
There is no fucking way.
Ain't no way.
Is this what I'm doing with my fucking life? Like, genuinely, is this how we're playing the video game now? I think it is. Okay, so, declare spread a zombie. I will put this card on top of my deck to spell summon the Plague Spreader from the grave. I will tribute Plague Spreader Zombie to normal summon X-Saber Guard Strike.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to activate Sword of Sparkles, targeting my Guard Strike.
Yeah.
And we go Battle Phase. And I'm gonna swing into full helm knight.
When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate that attack.
Yep.
I would like to declare Fulham Knight.
Yep. Then we're going main 2. And then we're gonna set. And set. And then we're gonna pass.
I'm gonna activate the effect of Thunder Giant.
When you go main 1, I need to do this. So I will give 800 attack to my gun strike.
Okay, I'm gonna activate skill successor on my Thunder Giant.
Which makes it
2.8 thousand, which is still not enough.
Yeah,
But
we have.
I'm gonna activate another skill
No!
successor on my Thunder Giant. To then discard from my hand a card to destroy your guard strike.
I will, in response, activate Fairy Wind and burn us both for fucking 600. And then I'm gonna enemy defeat. What the Wait. Oh yeah, there we go. The game was not real. What the fuck?
Oh my god, that was beautiful. Holy fuck. Can't believe how beautiful that game was.
No shot. I opened a fucking can full of bricks and you opened fucking
Polymerization, Clayman, and Spike.
No shot we get Thunder Giant turn 1, bro. That's insane.
And we got 2 of them.
We got 2 of them. That is right. I definitely got some siding to do. So yeah, let's go side for game 2. Alright, let's try this again. I can't, but hey, I wasn't lying when I said I'm not on Blackwing.
True, you were not. You were on X-Sabers.
And
I don't know if that's much better, but you know.
There is no way that I would be going for, you know, a side into Blackwing.
Yeah, right. You would never do something like
I
that.
wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. Let me just, no biggie.
No biggie. No biggie. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I mean, fuck it. There is no way you get another fusion on board. I fear no man. I'll just run out a full Helm Knight set when I pass. I like the silence. I like you looking in your direction. What is that melody?
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Sukupuolius. I'm gonna play it, Carl.
What is that melody?
I'm gonna add to my hand.
Nothing is scarier than hearing. Oh no.
Elemental Hero Prisma. And I will normal summon
the Prisma.
Elemental Hero Prisma.
That's
and I will activate the effect of Elemental Hero Prisma, declaring Thunder Giant and choosing Elemental Hero Sparkman.
Yeah.
And I will activate Solidarity. And Solidarity gives me 800 attack for all my warrior monsters because I have an original printed warrior in my graveyard.
Yep, that is correct.
And then I will attack into this thing. And would you like to negate it?
I think I would.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with this. And then I will end my turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to kill myself. So Prisma is now what, 25, right?
Yeah, 25. It's pretty big.
It is quite hefty. This was once what's face. Yeah. I think I will put my full helm to defense. Do I? Yeah, I think I'll put my full helm to defense. And then I'll just set another monster face down and I will pass.
Bro, I got all 3 of my Stratos in hand.
Let's go! Now you can.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, you have 3 turns back to back to back where you can just get all the shit
Yeah.
out of your deck.
I will activate
Another
Elemental
Solidarity.
Hero. No, Elemental Hero Prisma again, using
Yeah.
Thunder Giant as a target. And I will mill Clayman.
I'll just win through deck out this game, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I
that's
think
the
you
plan.
totally will. It's not unrealistic. And then I will normal summon Elemental Hero Stratos.
Yep.
I will
get Sparkman.
declare the effect of Elemental Hero Stratos to destroy your back row.
Shit. Well, I will. It doesn't matter, but I will chain it. I'll give attack to my full Hub Knight.
Okay. And then I will activate Miracle Fusion to special summon using Elemental Hero Clayman and Elemental Hero Sparkman Thunder Giant.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And all of these monsters now lose 800 attack.
Oh yeah, because you need to have one
Yeah.
of those things in your
Yeah.
True.
And then I will attack the face down using Prisma.
You don't want to use Thunder Giant to get more damage face?
Actually, that's actually a super good idea. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I'll pop full Hollow Knight here.
Yep.
And then I will attack into the Raikou.
It is a Plague Spreader zombie again, unfortunately.
What the fuck? And then Gorse?
1824.
Ah, you forgot. Solidarity is now active.
Oh yeah,
Pointing
true.
out.
Because since you pitched 16 extra.
God, you're so much better at this game than I am. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
no, it's a gift. Is there a card that I can draw that does anything here? I don't think so. And that is definitely not it. Well, GG's, I guess that's it.
Whoa,
My hand is rugged.
that's so unlucky.
It's like I opened all my tuners. I have Poly and I have this, and the reason why I have
what?
Poly is because of a boopity, boopity, and I want to have a end game for
One
it.
that you
So
can
I also have one Woodsman.
Nice.
It's also an Earth. But, bro, I was on 3 Poly first game, and since I opened, and I was like, okay, bro, why am I actually on 3 Poly? Because I have, like, Stratos is the only, I have 4 targets that I need to have with my X-Sabers. I'll side out one of them. Next game, I draw my opening hand. There's one of the 2 polymerizations. I hate it here.
I feel like this didn't properly display the cool tech that is Elemental Hero Gaia at all. So it's
Yeah, but the reason
unfortunate.
I was running 3 like Gaia in my extra, that's why I had those. Also, I sided into 2 of Krebons. Do you see those? And also, obviously, since I'm on X-Saber, also 3 Rescue Cat, but
Fucking
couldn't see them, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
That is-
I think if you had top deck Rescue Cat on turn 1, this could be completely different. Although my hand for game 2 was even better than in game 1.
That's pretty
Like,
impressive.
Like Solidarity is like my entire deck was constructed with the thought process of Solidarity just like makes everything I have into an average level 6 boss monster basically.
I was
And
because of Solidarity, I was initially like, I was thinking like, because 800 is a lot of one card.
800 is a
So I was
lot.
literally thinking of like, okay, should I just play Blackwing and just put Solidarity in there because it's all Wing Beast? But I figured I've played so much Blackwing, I'm gonna probably play more Blackwing because I like the archetype, and I think X-Saber is cool. So I was like, I'll play some X-Saber. Well, I played I played 2 X-Saber monsters. My bad. So we played some X-Saber, I guess. But yeah, this was a bit of a breakfast.
Yeah. Want to do another game or
Yeah, we can
championship match?
This was so fast. We can do one more. So let me Actually, before I do that, let me change a few things about the deck, because definitely 3 poly is not it. Let me pause this for a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, Thug Final, since I feel like we couldn't showcase the coolness of anything.
No.
So please,
I couldn't.
no Plague Spreader, no poly in my hand. Please.
Both.
No shot.
Both.
No way, 3 times in a row. Huh. 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 Let's play the video game. I think we'll just shut up. Get out of my head. Although, actually, I think I'm playing that game as well. We'll go Shadows for Shadows.
Oh no.
And then we'll pass.
Mutta ei koulussakaan opita. Jotkut jutut täytyy vaan kokea.
This is the thing that you don't want to hear when you're playing a hero player. This is the scariest shit that you can ever hear when you're playing a hero player.
Tuu mukaan peliin mukaan. I'm gonna add a
Prisma.
Can I do this somehow? I think I can. I think I can.
I would hope that you can not.
No, I don't think that works, because if I'm gonna use that, although I could. Wait. 900.
Don't like that.
3.1 thousand, 3.9
If I'm getting OTK'd with some bullshit like double solidarity, the series is over. I'm becoming a Magic the Gathering.
I mean,
Content creator.
those two as well. That's 2.6 thousand. So that's already like 5.6 thousand. That's 1,600 on top of that. I don't think this works exactly, but I feel like if I don't go for this now, I will never have another chance to try for it in this entire series. So I'm gonna add to my hand.
There's one
Elemental Hero Bubble Man. I am going to activate Solidarity. I am going to activate Polymerization to fuse together Elemental Hero Burstinatrix and Elemental Hero Clayman to special summon, not Rampart Blaster,
but fucking Steam Healer.
Elemental Hero Gaia. I am going to target your Stratos and steal half of its attack.
Yeah, so 900 plus 800, you're getting 1,700, so it's 3,900.
Yes. And then I will normal summon Stratos, and I will choose not to add anything.
Interesting.
And then I will special summon Bubble Man in attack. And then I would like to go into combat. It's not an OTK. I just want to do this because I can.
It's still a decent amount of damage. So this is I'm taking 7. No, it's 7. It's 1,600. Yeah, 7. I take 700 from this. Then Stratos is 25, and then I'm taking 30.
It's 100 more. It's 100 more.
Wait, is
it's 800. It's
you're right. And then this is
3.9.
Yeah, 3.9.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage. Okay.
That's a lot. Yeah. It's your turn. Good luck.
There is one card in my deck that if I draw it, I would be able to make such a cool fucking board. So please, 2024, bless me with this draw. No way! There is no fucking shot.
Oh fuck.
We fucking drew it. Oh my. That's so fucking cool, actually. That's the... I literally got the one of... I'm going to normal summon Rescue Cat.
What the fuck?
I'm going to declare the effect of Rescue Cat to send it to grave. And I will get from my deck 2 copies of Airbellum.
Yeah.
Then I will special summon the card that I just drew, X-Saber Fall Troll. I am going to activate from my hand Saber Slash. And I'm going to like to destroy everything that isn't Bubbleman.
Everything that isn't Bubbleman.
Yeah, Bubbleman can stay.
Okay, thank you, Bubbleman. You got this, buddy.
All right, then we will go look into our extra deck for... I think I do have a 9. I very much do have a 9. I would love to be able to make this, which would be the sickest thing. Oh, wait, yeah. I can't do stuff with Fall Troll, unfortunately, but I still do think that I want to do this. So, because we're not getting this guy another time. I'm going to Synchro Summon using Fall Troll and Parabellum. And I will go for Golems.
Oh, no.
Oh, I also, this should be gone. Because it's a destroy face up cards. That's why I said, like, everything except Bubbleman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I counted my levels a little bit wrong, which is this isn't as cool. Because I thought I would be able to go for a Fairy Dragon, which would have made this sick. But it's still not too bad. And I can't fucking believe, by the way, that I literally said, like, there's the one draw in
anime as fuck.
Yeah. We'll swing for 800 and then we'll swing for 31. And made to end phase, and end phase Airbellum gets destroyed because it was summoned by, or was it banished? Yeah, destroyed because of the Rescue Cat. And then
now
end my turn.
We're gonna play the long game.
All right.
I have one card.
I have a card in my hand that I could summon, which would maybe... Actually, wait. Never mind. Obviously, I'm doing this. Normal summon Ragigura.
Yeah.
Add Fall Troll to hand. Special summon Fall Troll.
Yeah.
Fall Troll effect. And special summon Airbellum. Then what can we do here? We can make another... We can make another Golems if we want to. I don't like Rakigura being left on the field here, which is the problem.
I don't think that really matters, eh?
I mean, it is very tiny though.
I mean, yes, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The odds of that being a negative are very low.
They're just if that's Raikou, that sucks.
Okay, let's go over what my deck could possibly have.
Because
I have Solidarity.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think you would be running Raikou if you're running Solidarity, because it makes things too bricky.
I would, if I was playing Raikou, I would have sided out of Solidarity.
Yeah. I think I would rather just go for this. So we go Fall Troll into this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then everything else goes facing. No fucking way. It literally the one out that I have in my deck.
The one out. I got outclassed, guys.
We are.
What do we do?
Thank God we did Thug Finals.
Fucking anime.
We're starting 2024 with a clip, baby.
It's a good thing. Wait, what do you mean? We already had like 3 clips. What the fuck?
Fair enough. You'll get your clips. Fine.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not gonna get my clips.
At
least give me my background music.
I'll give you your background music without.
Yeah.
But yeah, like without this third game, it would have been like. Do you think? Because we actually got like saw you Papa, which was cool. But the fact that we did this and we literally got the anime moment
The anime moment.
It's unreal.
New year, new series, huh?
Hell yeah. But yeah,
As the prophecies foretold.
It is. I also, in my hand, I had this thing. I had Shreddos, and then I drew like Ragigura. It's literally, it's one more X-Saber name just because like I wanted more 4-star X-Sabers. I literally was running that as a one-off just to have a 4-star X-Saber name.
I had 2 solidarities on the top of my deck.
Yeah. Game 1 also, like, I was fucked because when I said like I have the one like out where I can at least make a big dude, the card that I put on top of my deck to summon Plague Spreader was Polymerization. So my next draw into my empty hand would have been Poly. So yeah, but I'm very happy that we did this game 3 because we actually got to see like X-Saber do something. So. That's awesome.
They did their swarming thing.
Yeah, that is what X-Saber does. That's another archetype that I assume that we're probably gonna see at some point. And when they get like better synchros like Wayne and Hyunlei, it's gonna be like even better.
We'll probably see them more in I would say even Hidden Arsenal.
Oh yeah, true.
I think they're in that in Dual Terminal.
True.
Not entirely sure right now, but.
Yeah, we are. I think we maybe talked about that, but yeah, we are doing dual terminals in Hidden also. I don't really know how. I can't remember like what's included in everything, so we'll probably just pilot like whenever dual terminal 1 and Hidden Arsenal 1 is out, we're just combining the two, and if there's overlapping cards, then that's whatever. But probably do it that way. And that actually reminds me, I don't think we are too far off from the first one of those.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken. Let's see, because I have... So I have... Basically, here's some schedule. I don't want to put it to you back. Oh, yeah. I basically make shells whenever I'm bored, so I have some shells for... So next time, funny enough, is going to be a structure deck episode, which I had completely forgot about. So we'll have to figure out which one do I... It was Warrior Strike and Spell Command.
Well, Warrior Strike is a very no-brain warrior deck, whereas Spell Command requires you to use spell counters. So.
I do remember that Warrior Strike had Marauding Captain Exile Force.
Yep,
I think
it's a little bit better.
But you know what? I will pick Spellcaster Command.
Oh no, this guy's gonna get all the responses. No.
And I don't remember what much of what is in Spellcaster's Command, but I remember the boss monster for the deck is Endymion.
Yeah,
and that is legit one of my favorite designs, like visual designs in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. And whatever Endymion's like pendulum monster is, the one that always got memed at one point when it was like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards and how much text there is.
It literally had the most text out of all Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever printed at that point.
Yeah.
That's why it was a joke.
And that looks cool, and the early version of that is in Spellcaster's Command, so fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll play that.
We're bald. Hell yeah.
But yeah, after that is Stardust Overdrive, and then is actually already their first dual terminal Hidden Arsenal.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's next week we're gonna do the structures, then it's Stardust Overdrive, and then it's dual terminal and Hidden Arsenal 1.
Bam.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will probably end up being a longer one, because we did the extra game, but that's fine. I think like the games were very good, and I think that's a very good start to the new year for sure. And as you noticed from the start, if you watch that, I will going forward. I'll have set breakdowns be like this, where it's literally a very short, just explanation of the set instead of actually going through the thing. Because I've realized multiple times now I end up talking about the exact same stuff that we talk about in our deck breakdowns anyway, and I feel like it's much more interesting and much more fun to talk about those things in the context of the deck, and it makes more sense to just introduce the set like, hey, here's the archetypes that are included in this, here's new stuff, here's some notable cards, and have fun. So we'll do that going forward. But yeah, very good start, I think, to the new year, and looking forward to more games like this in the near future. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Jeexx?
Game on! Or get your game on.
Get your
I
game on.
I did it, man.
Hell
Yeah. Fuck this.
Truly the scariest theme you can hear against a hero player. But yeah, we'll catch you all next week for the structure deck episode, and hopefully all of y'all had a great New Year's. So see you then. Peace.